You walk away 1 minute and look at the house falls apart. You must be the crew coming for this 5-player. All right, are we ready?
I think so. You ready, Mark? Good enough.
Yeah, let's do it.
Get her done.
Let's
Get her done.
I try not to say it as get her done, but yeah, it just comes out that way, doesn't it? You can't help it.
Get her done.
Yeah.
It's fun. Say it.
Try it. Get her done.
Give it a shot. Yeah.
good Lord. You ready? You ready, Dylan? You gotta take a shot at Bubba? All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, camera 2 is, come on. Camera 2 is rolling, camera 1 is rolling. Camera 3 is rolling, let's mark it. Beautiful. Ready when you are.
Well, welcome into the Scene Project Songwriter Showcase here at the Midway Saloon in beautiful St. Paul, Minnesota. With me now is Mark Joseph. Mark, welcome to the show, brother. Man, it's a pleasure to have you. Hasn't been that long since we've seen each other. We ran into each other out in Deadwood a few months ago now, but
Yeah.
what have you been up to?
Just playing shows and running around and making music and trying to stay out of jail.
Yeah. I've actually been better at that lately, too.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. No, it's been good, man. It's been a very busy year for us. Promoting the Palisade Peach record and touring all over Creation and wherever they'll have us. So.
Yeah, spent a little time in Mexico this year, weren't you?
Yeah, we just played Cabo a few weeks ago, and we're just up in Lutzen this weekend, Grand Marais and whatnot, and where else have we been?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, where haven't we been? Yeah, it's been a good year, man. We've been real busy.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm just so proud of you. I know you may not remember, but 2018, I just got out of prison, and my friend booked me for a show after the Deadwood Jam. The headliner that weekend was the Big Woo.
Yeah.
And you guys came over and jammed with us, jammed with my dad, and we got to meet the crew, and it was a really great time. Unfortunately, at that time, I wasn't well versed in who MaRK Joseph was, and I should have taken more of an opportunity to play some more songs with you then. But here we are now, 6 years later, almost to the day, and we get to do it anyway, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
I'm very honored to have you on here. For those that don't really know you, I mean, why don't you give them the highlight reel of the last 30 years of making music?
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it quick as possible. But my name is MaRK Joseph. I grew up in Northfield, Minnesota, and I've been playing music professionally for 21 years on the road. I saw B.B. King play guitar when I was 10 years old at the Minnesota State Fair, and it changed my life forever. The blues are the cornerstone of my musical experience and the music that speaks to me. And at 10, I started playing guitar with intention, and it was 2003. I went full time in music, and I've been very blessed to have a career doing it. It's not been easy. It's a lot of hard work, but it's the life that I was born to live, and the path I was born to walk. And I've been blessed to be able to do it for a living, and raising 3 kids doing it, and we're still going. I'm a member of the Big Woo for 14 years now. I tour all over the world playing my music. In 2025, I'll release my 5th full-length LP. And we're just rocking and rolling down the road,
Yeah, man. Well, it's beautiful. And our conversation, a little while back really inspired me. And something that you hit on a lot is just kind of being true to yourself, walking your path, right? And we kind of alluded to it with this podcast because this thing is all new. This idea is something that's it's newly formed, and there's not people out there doing what we're doing. Yes, people have podcasts, but people aren't out there, supporting songwriters and putting other people out and doing that. So everything that we touch in every situation this day, this is brand new, not just to us, but really to the world, And you really gave me a lot of confidence to come up here and to know that the Minnesota-Minneapolis music scene was going to embrace this. And we really were very happy to find a home here at the Midway Saloon. And I'm sure this is a room you've played under 3 or 4 different names over the years.
Truth be told, I haven't played in this room for 20 years.
Really?
It was called Christian's Big V Saloon, or I don't know if it's Saloon or not. It was called Big D's back then. It was a
Yeah.
punk rock bar.
Yeah.
And it was rough. But I played it, man. So it's cool. I've done some nice stuff with it. Midway Saloon, it's great in here.
Yeah,
It's
well,
good to
and
be
they're
back.
supporting a lot of original music, which is what we're here to share today. Why don't you introduce us to your music and play us a song?
You got it. You got it. We'll start off with the title track of my current record. It's called Palisade Peach. Yeah, baby, loving you is a treat, yeah. You're my Palisade Peach. You're my Palisade Peach. Yeah, baby, loving you is a treat, yeah. You're my Palisade Peach. Now, you're my Palisade Peach. You're a little bit risky, woo, not quite out of reach, yeah. Well, I love you, baby, and I don't mind that you're the boss. No, I don't mind that you're the boss. Well, I love you, baby, I don't mind that you're the boss. I don't mind that you're the boss, yeah. 'Cause I give you what you need, no matter what the cost. You know that's right. Plays guitar, go ahead, bro. I got me a keeper, finest thing I ever seen, finest thing that I ever did see. I got me a keeper, finest thing I ever seen, finest thing. Baby, about to buy you a ring, yeah. 'Cause it's always good to pop up. Woo. And she treats me like a king, yeah, she does. Oh, 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 now baby, loving you is a treat, yeah. You're my Palisade Peach, yeah. Baby, you're my Palisade Peach, yeah. Now loving you is a treat, yeah. You're my Palisade Peach, baby. You're my Palisade Peach, yeah. You're a little bit risky, woo-hoo. Not quite out of reach. You're my treat, baby, you're my Palisade Peach, yeah. Might get a little frisky, yeah, when we're out on the street. You're my treat, baby, you're my Palisade Peach, yeah. You're a little bit risky, woo-hoo, but not quite out of reach. No, 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 you're my Palisade Peach.
Sure. Oh, Mark, you're easy to love, brother. Easy to love.
Thank you.
It's good stuff, man. You've been doing it a long time. You ever feel the love for it fade?
No. No, it's just, it's the hours in the van and the, you know, the, all the setbacks of, you know, pursuing something you love. You know, it's just like any other business. You run an entrepreneur, things happen. Roadblocks come up, you know, it's always money's the thing, right? So you're always trying to navigate that part of it, whether it's investing in your next project or figuring out where you should spend, should I buy, you know, another 300 vinyl, or should I replace the brake pads in my van, or should I, you know, it's like all that stuff. That's the stuff that gets tiresome, and that goes for any job you do, but the love of the music is always there. I love to write. I love to just sit and play my guitar, you know? And we made a documentary about the Big Woo some years ago. And, the great Charlie Parr did an interview for us, and in that interview at the end of it, he said something very profound. And in his own way, which is kind of very long form and involves a lot of stuttering and kind of like stopping, starting, so that's who Charlie Parr is. But the point is, he said, man, if all the money dries up and the people weren't coming to your shows anymore, and it just, you know, it was just you and your guitar and your buddies and whatever. said, "Yeah, would you still do it? Would you still go play?" And if the answer is yes, he goes, "Well, then you're on the right track." And I still truly love what I do every day. I can't wait to pick up my guitar and sing, and the joy in the music, and I'm sort of reborn in that every time I play, because that's my connection to God and to the spirit world, and I feel truly myself in that space, and so every time I do it, I'm happy to be there, I'm blessed to be there, and I'm grateful.
Right, and that makes it possible to push through all the roadblocks and to keep going over and under and through and blowing them up, and yeah.
Yeah, you leave it all on stage. Don't take anything personal, and just keep moving down the road.
No, and don't take it for granted either.
Don't take it for granted.
I think
Attitude of gratitude.
I think it would have been very easy for you to do that at points in your career, Mark. I mean, as long as you've been at it, the different modicums of success that you've experienced, right? Whether it's with the Big Woo or playing music festivals for a bunch of hippies, or coming in and playing the blues for a small handful of people here at the Midway Saloon, is you got to find that love for it, and you got to stick to that, right?
Yeah.
You got to stay focused on that.
Yeah, and religion of gratitude every day. I mean, if you take things for granted, you're straightened out pretty quick. So it's good. Always be humble. Always be a good neighbor, and be kind to others. And just be thankful for what we got. And if we're here breathing and we're hanging out like this on a Sunday, we've got a lot. In fact, we've got it all. Because if I offered you $1 million, right? You're like, sweet, $1 million, that'd be great. But if you can't wake up tomorrow, you wouldn't take it, right? Because you're a rich man. Your life's worth much more than that too, and that would go for $10 million, $50 million, $100 million. So you're all millionaires already, including myself.
Yeah,
right? So,
I feel like there's a song in that too. Did you already write it?
Yeah, it's I'm working on it.
Yeah. Well, and you're working on a new project. You said you got a new LP coming out in 2025.
Yeah.
Well, what's the new record going to be like? Because Palisade Peach is a kick-ass record. I recommend everybody, if you haven't listened to it yet, you got to do it back to front to back. It's a great album, man.
Thank you.
I just grooved to the whole thing a few weeks ago when we were getting ready to chat. And what's the next one? I know you kind of have some themes that you're working on and different stories that you're trying to tell now.
Yeah, the new record is it's sort of a new concept, one that I haven't done to this degree yet. The whole record is written about a character from the South, from the Deep South, who is a leader of the Dixie Mafia back in the 60s and 70s. And I happened to catch his life story on this podcast during the COVID period. And it really moved me, and I started writing songs about it because it was just stranger than fiction. This guy's life was crazy. And it's one of these very complicated American stories where, America, we like our bloody history and celebrated all these people, right? Like the Jesse James and the John Dillingers and people who on paper are really bad dudes and killed people and did really horrible things. On the other hand, they're celebrated and respected by their communities to this very day, right or wrong, And I'm a history guy, so I ran after it, and I wrote this whole record about this individual's life, and it tells a story. I actually went down to Georgia and met the family, and I got the blessing from them to write the record. And it's all true stories about this guy's life, and everything from he was a kind of notoriously famous ladies' man and a party guy, and well liked and loved by everybody that met him. But if you crossed him, they're going to dig a hole in the red clay, by the river and stuff like that. They didn't mess around. It was really dangerous people and crazy stuff. And he ended up going to federal prison for 40 years and was on death row and got his execution date commuted by the governor hours before he was supposed to be executed. He found Jesus. He took him out of federal prison against all laws. This guy, Sheriff Earl Lee, risked his whole career to bring him out of federal prison to be baptized in the middle of the night. And it's just, the stuff is pretty amazing and moving,
Yeah.
And so I made a whole record about it. It's currently called The Baddest Man in Georgia. It'll come out in the spring probably.
Yeah. Would you mind sharing one of the songs off the new one?
Yeah, we'll play The Baddest Man in Georgia.
Let's do it, man. All right.
ever heard about the baddest man who ever walked the streets of Georgia? He could jump so high, the women thought he could fly. Man, don't you cross him till you lose your life. He can beat you at the table with a poor cue. Keep your mouth shut, now that's the only rule. Yeah, I'm talking about the baddest man in Georgia. Alright, if you wanna know, then you better go about 200 years back to still in the wood where the cooking was good, neath the corner of a pine wood shack. Well, they grew up poor and they had little more than the poorest folks that you've ever seen. It was a Bible raising and nothing ever phasing. He's a killing bank robbing machine. Now have you ever heard about the baddest man who ever walked the streets of Georgia? He could jump so high the children thought he could fly. Man, don't you cross him cause you lose your life. Now he could be you at the table with a poor cue. Now keep your mouth shut, now that's the only rule. Well, I'm talking about the baddest man in Georgia. Alright. Mercury just ripping on down the road. Now Billy's getting down on a midnight run with the boys next whiskey low. Now any given night, now he be feeling alright down at the red parlor, you know. He's coated a fire with a pistol by his side, like a hot round ready to go. Now have you ever heard about the baddest man who ever walked the streets of Georgia? He can jump so high, the women thought he could fly. Man, don't you cross him cause you lose your life. Now he could be you at the table with a pearl cue. Keep your mouth shut, now that's the only rule. Well, I'm talking about the baddest man in Georgia. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'm talking about the baddest man in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
True story.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, right? That it's all true.
I'm a history guy, you know.
Yeah, I love it. I love the storytelling nature of what you do. That you're here to tell the stories, whether it's a long ballad, this drawn out thing, right? A whole LP worth of stories, or if it's just one quick one to get a feeling out, right? I mean, you've been at this so long. How many songs do you think you've written? Thousands?
I don't know about thousands, but I don't know.
Hundreds, probably.
Well, this is about being present since you asked. On the way down I drove 5 hours today to get here from Lutzen, Minnesota. And I just started digging into my voice memos coming down here because I've just been thinking about new music and projects and stuff. And I started cycling through them, and I think there's like almost 400 of them in there. And so, not everyone is a song,
right,
but
right.
We started going through them and listening, and yeah, it's like a lot, man. There's a lot out there. I mean, published songs, probably close to 100, but there's like so many. Yeah,
That's an incredible feat just to get 100 songs to fruition, you know what I mean? To get them produced. It's no small feat to do this as someone who's recorded just a small few and never in like a true, I was in a studio and stuff, but not a true professional setting where it was like we're on the clock and we were trying to make something timeless here. Sure. And I would say that is what I get from your music. It's timeless, man. That blues, A Palisade Peach is a great record. I can't wait to hear the new one. Do you feel like you just keep getting better?
Well, I like to think that we keep moving forward, and I guess to answer that, it's like I try to honor the craft. So that means playing with intention. That means making every show count, making everything you do count. And that goes for everything in life. So yeah, I like to think that that's what we're doing. We always listen a lot to our recordings. I like to go back and listen to the shows. We try to tape stuff and analyze it, think about it. But mainly try to try to do something with feeling and with intention where people can really feel it and go home with something. That's the beauty of the music experience, is that people can come and share that with us, and we get to do that together, and that is such a powerful thing, and truly can change the world. And you know, changing the world is changing yourself. It's changing, or maybe not changing, but helping your neighbor. And when people can come and have that experience, and they can walk away from the show like feeling like a new person, or they just shed a bunch of skin or baggage, you know, that they needed to. There's nothing in life that comes anywhere near that for me. I'm sure there's examples of it. Some people are runners, or they're painters, or they're into sports, performance, all these different things. I know that all those things can provide that experience for you. But for me, music it's a completely religious experience. It's powerful, and it connects us as people together. So I guess I'd like to think that it keeps getting better, only because I won't back down and I won't stop. I just keep going forward.
Yeah, like a freight train, man. Just keep on going, baby.
Yeah, life's for the living.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I kind of said so, and I'm sure you can relate. I'm sure you've played a ton of other people's music and shows, and have played all these long shows. I mean, you've been doing it for 25 years. You know, you're gonna get you a little bit of everything. And for me, you know, I've been working the same set list of covers or something for the last year. And what I've been doing is that I've been landing in the markets that I want to go to and just finding local guys to play it. Very middle of the road set list that I was playing, just because the guys in South Dakota didn't really want to dig too far out in one direction or the other. They went, okay, well, it's like I got kind of bored playing that, but by now introducing that to other people and playing the same songs, but with different people every time I go out. You know, this weekend I played at the Sherwood Lounge with 2 guys, and I played here at the Midway with 2 other guys.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of what kept it fresh to me. New experience. I don't want to live the same experience over and over again.
Yeah, man.
You know, like you said, life is meant to be lived, and or meant to grow. I think you said, you know, when you heal the world, you heal yourself, and I would say the opposite of that is true too. When you heal yourself, you heal the world.
That's right.
And you know, music is so healing. We've had a situation in Rapid City where one of their big outdoor music things, you know, serves 5,000 people every Thursday, summer nights. They're in danger of not getting their permits for the 2025 season, and whatever the reasons for that may be, the way I put it was like, you know, this is a cultural, spiritual event, and somebody was like, how is it cultural and spiritual? And I was like, have you ever heard music before? You know, like, have you ever been to a concert? Have you ever, like, experienced these things? Like, how is it not?
Sure.
So, yeah, you touch on so much of it, and it makes me feel like I'm on the right path, knowing that a guy like you's thinking the same thing, man. And not putting you on a pedestal or anything, but you've experienced more than I have, right? And that's the respect that I have for you. You've been in this craft that I've loved for so long, and maybe for the first time now, I'm actually approaching it as a profession. And granted, you know, now my performing career, at least with a guitar in my hand, is kind of taking a back seat to this, because this is how I serve my community, right? This is a much better way for me to use my gifts of organizing people and bringing people together to kind of bring nights like this to fruition, or days like this. I don't even know what time it is. I don't know what day it is.
Can you all put your hands together for Bubba, please?
Oh, stop.
Oh, yeah. No, he's got the guts to stand up and make this happen and represent for artists and try to, you know, create a scene. So good job, man.
Yeah, well, it's because of guys like you that this thing exists, because I think there's not enough press, there's not enough people talking about all the talented people that I know. You know, we don't have a Rolling Stone, a lot of these weekly magazines that we used to have. Sure. I know that you had a great one up here for years, but a lot of these things have gone away because of money or whatever the situation may be. You know, so we're just doing it all online, right? I'm doing the write-ups and the Q&As online and just trying to get something out there, and hoping that it eventually gets enough momentum where other people really want to start contributing their own art to that. And it's not all just artists who are, you know, writing music and recording, but it's also people who want to write about those people that we need too. So I'm really hoping that, you know, this weekend and having this beautiful package that we're going to put it into, and there's an incredible day that we've had, I'm hoping that this is kind of the selling point now, that like, this is what we want to do, and this is what I want to spend the rest of my life doing, is stuff just like this, man. So thank you, MaRK, for being a part of it. It really means a lot to me.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. Why don't you play us another song, man?
Is my daughter here? My daughter was coming through. No, she made it. No, not yet? All right, that's okay.
We'll keep you on stage until she gets here.
All right. The song's called Bound to Be Blessed, and if you guys want to sing along, the chorus is easy. It goes yes, yes, yes.
I think I can do that.
We got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you too. Don't you cry no more. It's time to walk yourself right out the door. Don't be afraid the word comes next. Baby, try to do your best. Lord, you just can't know what life is in store. I checked into another roadside motel. Turns out they got a room just for you. Tonight we hit the stage and lay it all on the line. Midway Saloon. You gotta let your light shine, 'cause you're bound to be blessed. Sing it loud. Yes, yes, yes. You're not like the rest. Lord, Lord, write your own story. Baby's destined for glory. Yeah, you have to confess. You're bound to be blessed. Well, now don't you cry no more tears. No. You shed your share throughout the years. It don't do you no good. You pick up the pieces. This is your come to Jesus. All the answer within here, but you need to listen here. Come on now, I checked into another roadside motel. Turns out they got a room just for you. Yeah. Tonight we hit the stage and lay it all on the line. Minnesota, yeah, you gotta let your light shine, 'cause you're bound to be blessed. Sing it loud. Yes, yes, yes. You're not like the rest. No, no, no. You write your own story. Baby, there's none for glory. Yeah, you have to confess. You're bound to be blessed. Yeah, and you have to confess. You're bound to be blessed. Well, then you have to confess. You're bound to be blessed.
Yes, sir.
On a Sunday in St. Paul. Can I get a witness?
Well, Mark Joseph, thank you for joining me, man. I'm just so thrilled to know you, to call you a friend now. We're gonna do some great things together. I know with your energy and the power of this music that we're making, we're gonna do some great things for a lot of people. So everybody, Mark Joseph. Okay. Go ahead, Kelly, you're good.
All right.
Killer, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
You want to play one more? I don't know. Is nothing else here? Those are you guys? Cool. I got a band here that we got to get set up and everything too, man. So. Awesome.
Lovely.
Mark can play all night. He probably would. No, appreciate you, man. I'm going to do my best. Bound to be blessed. So my buddy Xander was playing here, and that's kind of how I started seeing it and seeing the name. And then when we saw the football schedule come out, we like to come up for a game this year. I was a Bears fan until last week, but so we picked out the one.
Well, we got some videos. I'm here at the Midway Saloon, St. Paul, Minnesota. Got some videos from a podcast. Just Google Carlo James LaManna. I did video Leonard Skinner this summer, so you could see my videos. Did some ZZ Top this summer at the Treasure Island. So it's time to head home. I'll be posting MaRK jOSEPH just jammed inside here. He's a rock star, and check him out on Facebook and YouTube. And I met some new players, got their business cards, so heading home. Thank veteran today.